like you said, defense is very important to this region. 40% of our economy within the Hampton Roads region relies on Navy and DoD assets, and we really need to make sure that we provide for the infrastructure to continue to allow those activities in the area. And specifically sea level rise and recurrent flooding, the effects of those long term need to be addressed to make sure that we can provide for the defense industry. It really becomes a national defense issue when you talk about the installations in this area, and it also impacts the Port of Virginia because the 1 out of 9 jobs in the Commonwealth is directly or indirectly tied to the Port of Virginia, and we're about to spend $350 million to deepen and widen the Thimble Shoals Channel to bring in the largest post-Panamax ships, and we need to have the infrastructure that's able to move those containers out of the area by rail and road and across the East Coast. But when you talk about diversifying the economy, I've spent a lot of time talking to economic development professionals in both the Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and the region. And one of the key things they say is that their barrier to bringing new industry into the area is a trained workforce. So I think it goes back to education. I think it goes back to giving our young people the skills that they need coming out of secondary school, and short of a 4-year college degree, to be able to fill these new jobs of the 21st century, and also the more technical trade jobs that have gaps in our area, because we rely greatly on the skills that are needed at Newport News Shipbuilding. They're about to hire 7,000 additional workers. So we really need to look at the education of our workforce in order to provide skilled workers for the ability to diversify our industry. And also we really need to work and cooperate more as a region. There are not a lot of shovel-ready sites to bring in new industry, and I think that regionally we need to look at the most logical and best areas to develop to be able to welcome industry, and that they should have the infrastructure and utilities in place in order to entice new industries to come to this area, because it's a great area to raise families. And I think that the more we diversify our economy and the less we depend solely on the Department of Defense spending, our economy will grow and will suffer less from fluctuations in the federal budget.